Now let us talk about the next question, which is how does a profile control record type availability for users, and what happens if no record type is assigned to that profile? Okay, so basically we need to understand that what is the relation between profile and record types, and what profile controls with respect to record type availability. So to answer this question, let us go to this object catalog, and what we are going to do is we are going to add a new record type. At this point I can see that there is no record type, and when I go to the profile, the one which we have taken under the discussion, which is custom standard user profile, and at this point if I go to the object setting and open up catalog, I can see that there is only one record type with the name master. Okay, and it has some page layout assigned, and this is the record type is assigned to the profile, as well as this is the default record type. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new record type here for the catalog, and let's say I have one catalog for AMERS reason. Okay, so while creating the record type, I can decide to mark it active, and if I want to later mark it inactive, I can do that. And here, the other thing I have is to set the availability of that record type at the profile level. Let's say I do not set it to be available at any profile, okay, other than the system admin profile. So I just go and click on next, and then it's asked me that what layout do you want to assign, okay, to this particular new record type on the basis of profile. So it's not just about the record type, it's also about the layout. So I want that all the profiles should have the same layout. So I selected apply one layout to all the profiles, and this is the layout. But in case you have different layouts for different profiles, okay, you can do the assignment right here. So I'll save this. Now I introduced one record type, and since I introduced one record type, if I refresh here, you can see that at the profile level, it shows me two record types. One is the master, which is the default record type, and it would always be there. The other one it showcases is AMERS. Okay, this is the one I just created, and you can see that this record type is not assigned to this profile. Okay, so when the user with this particular profile is going to create a catalog record, let's go there and create a catalog record. Let me switch back to the Lightning experience and create a record for catalogs by clicking on new. So, okay, I do not have new option as well. Let me just enable the edit permission. Enabled all the permissions for catalog object for us to understand the things better. So now I can create a new catalog record, and I give it a name non-AMERS. Okay, so I created one record, and this particular record is not having the record type as AMERS. And you notice that while I create a new record, it even doesn't talk about the record type. But if in case I go and edit this permission, okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign this record type. So once I assign this as a record type, it would become the default record type. Okay, now I cannot keep the master as a default. Okay, so once I do that and I save it, let us come back here and refresh and click on new. Still no visible difference, right? So what we are going to do is we will introduce one more record type, and this record type is again, and this record type is for APAC reason, and I'm making it active, and this time I'm going to make it available for custom standard user as well as for system administrator, and I'm assigning the same layout, saving it. Now when I do that and I go and check, I go and check at the profile level and refresh it, I see that this has two record types assigned. Now when I go to the profile, now when I logged in with this user and click on new this time, actually the changes are not yet reflected. I need to switch to classic basically. And here, let me go to the sales And let me add the catalog tab. Bring it up. Okay, and save it. So this is our catalog tab. Now here, when I click on new, you can see that it is asking me that which record type do you want to use. Okay, and if I want to use APEC, then I can go ahead, and if I want to use AMERS, then also I can go ahead. So now if I take away, let's say I'm taking away the permissions for AMERS, and now I only have APA, now I only have APEC assigned as a record type. Let us see how it's going to behave this time. So when I only have one record type assigned, in that case, when I go back and click on new, it doesn't talk about record type only. But when there are more than one record type assigned to the profile, then I have to check, then I have to select which one I want to go with, and the default would be shown up as the first priority. So when I have both the record type assigned with default as the APEC, now if I go there and click on new, APEC is the first choice, and if I go ahead and create one APEC record, okay, and click on save, then I come back and click on new, and this time I create one AMERS record. So AMERS, so I have basically 3 records: APEC, AMERS, and non-AMERS. Okay, now this is important point. When at your profile, okay, when at your profile level you do not have AMERS assigned, then you won't be able to create the record of AMERS from EUI. Okay, now if I go here and I click on new, I can only create the record of APEC, but the existing AMERS record would still be visible. You still have the read access. That read access has not gone away. You would have that level of access. So this is an important point, that even though you do not have the record type assigned to your profile, but still you can read those records which are from that record type. It's not like your record visibility is gone. You still have that visibility if the record is shared to you and the object permission allows it. So you might be thinking that it might be due to the modify all and view all records. So I'll just take away those 2 access. Even then you would notice, okay, I'm taking away this access. Okay, still you can see the AMERS record, because the record type assignment is not basically talking about the record visibility. Okay, so this is an important point to note here. So coming back to the question, how does a profile control record type availability for users? It controls it by assigning it to the users on their profile level, and that particular record type can be used to create a new record. The next question is, what happens if no record type is assigned to that profile? So that is not possible. The way Salesforce has designed it, you would have at least one record type assigned. It is not possible to have no record type assigned. So you have to assign at least one record type. If I try to take this permission away and save it, so it says no default record type has been selected. Please select a default record type. So this is important that you at least have one default record type selection done. All right. So we have answered these questions.